Okay, I'll introduce myself. So, hello everyone. Thank you for joining us today. Welcome to our webinar. My name is Philip, and I'm part of technical support team here at akYtec. And today, I'm really excited to introduce you to our new graphic display controllers, PR205 and PR225. Before we dive in, just a quick note that if you have any questions during the presentation, please write them down in the chat, because my colleagues from the firm are also in the chat and they will answer you in real time. And of course, at the end, we'll have time to address any other questions that you have. So we'll discuss them at the end. Okay. I'll start by sharing the presentation that we prepared today. I hope that everyone can see my screen. So the agenda for today goes like this. We'll start with a quick overview of our company, and then we'll go over the new graphic displays, what they are and how they work. We'll dive into the PR205 first, followed by the PR225. And at the end, we'll have a programming session so you can see how everything works in practice. So how to program the device and what you can do with them in our ALP software. Let's start with a few words of our company and who we are. So akYtec is an industrial automation equipment manufacturer with headquarters in Hanover, Germany. We were founded in 2010, and a couple of years ago, we also launched our own manufacturing facility in Serbia. And today we offer a full range of products for all levels of automation, from simple indicators to advanced PLC systems. Through our extensive partnership networks, we served more than 3,000 customers from Europe to Australia, as you can see from the people that joined our webinar today. And everything we do is backed by our own R&D facility, ensuring that every new product is developed and tested in-house. Our work covers the entire product lifecycle from idea to installation. That includes research and development, where our engineers design new devices and firmware, then production, which takes place in our factory in Serbia, testing, where each unit goes through multiple level quality control, and finally service and support, because we believe that long-term customer relationships are built through reliable assistance. This is our production site in Serbia, and it is a key part of our success. Here we perform plastic injection molding, SMD assembly, final assembly, and setup and quality control for all of our devices. We currently manufacture 4 main product groups, covering everything from panel indicators to controllers and communication modules. This local production allows us to maintain high quality standards while staying flexible and cost efficient. And in the picture, you can see our factory in the beautiful city of Niš, which is located at the southern part of Serbia. And in the bottom picture, you can see the insides and the production line. Our products are used across a wide variety of industries. You can find akYtec devices in agriculture, pharmaceutical, and energy sectors, as well as in chemical, food industries, etc. This diversity shows how adaptable our solutions are, whether it's a greenhouse or food plant or an energy station. And here you can see one of our recent projects on automation of an 8 megawatt boiler for a greenhouse and vegetable processing plant. The goal was to implement both individual and cascade operation modes with remote and local control options. And the main challenge was integrating the new control systems into existing older equipment. Our solution delivered high efficiency and reliability, remote monitoring, and real-time alerts for any deviations. And as a result, the client achieved lower operating costs and improved safety. Here you can see our akYtec Cloud service. akYtec Cloud is a completely free online service developed by our team for industrial monitoring and control. It provides web SCADA functionalities for creating dashboards and visual interfaces, notification systems via email or Telegram bots, a data collection platform with an open API for integration with custom applications, and a built-in virtual PLC allowing users to simulate and test logic right in the browser. In combination with the PR devices, the akYtec Cloud forms a complete automation ecosystems from field control to cloud supervision, all developed, maintained, and supported by akYtec. And now, the reason why we all came to the webinar today, and that is our new PR devices, PR205 and 225. Before we start talking about them, I want to clarify something that often leads to a confusion, and it is an important distinction for understanding our product range. So our PR line belongs to the category of Mini-PLCs, and these devices follow a different philosophy compared to traditional full-scale PLCs. They aren't meant to replace large PLC systems. They're designed to be smarter, more compact, and more cost-efficient solutions for the vast majority of small and medium automation tasks. And here is what that means in practice. The PR line supports programs up to 100 points, which is exactly what most local control tasks actually require. Traditional PLCs, on the other hand, can handle thousands of points, capacity that is often unnecessary for compact systems. PR devices use function block diagrams and structured text for the programming, and these are the two languages that cover nearly all real-life automation needs while keeping things simple and fast. On the other hand, full PLC supports the entire library of programming, which is powerful, but also more complex, often requiring specialized training. PR controllers feature one Ethernet port and up to two RS interfaces, offering all essential connectivity for typical automation scenarios. And on the other hand, traditional PLCs may include additional ports and protocols, which are great for installation, but often unnecessary overhead for compact systems. And at the end, cost efficiency, of course, one of the most important aspects. And this is the biggest advantage of our devices. Our most compact models, the PR100, for example, starts around 90 euros. The new PR225 with its graphic display costs about 300 euros. And compared to them, a standard PLC typically starts at 500 euros and goes upwards very fast. And that's, of course, before adding modules or HMIs. So as you can see, these two product classes are built for different purposes, of course. The PR line provides a streamlined, affordable, and high-efficiency solutions for small and medium automation tasks without the cost and complexity of the full PLC systems. And for many applications, a mini PLC is not a compromise, it's simply the smarter choice. Okay, let's see how our family, PR family, is organized. So we divide our devices into three main types: compact PRs, for example, PR100. These standalone controllers with fixed inputs and outputs on the board, and you can stack them with our modules. Then we have modular PRs here in the middle, PR102 and the new PR205. These can connect to the PRM modules, allowing you to extend the system more flexibly. And then on the right, we have panel-mounted PRs, and these are the SME 200 and the new PR225, which can be mounted on the panels. We also categorize them by generation. So first generation did not have Ethernet interface, only the RS485, and the second generation of the devices has an Ethernet interface included. Here, we'll look at some visuals of how you can design the screens on the PR devices. So you can see here some applications, and on the next slide is a fun demo made by our team, and you can see a dancing animation. I'll turn it on now. Completely custom made. This is to show you that you can easily create custom animations and visuals directly on the device screen. Express your creativity side if you want. Okay, we can now take a look at the new PR205 and its functionalities. So the PR205 features a 2.4-inch graphic display, and it is the first time we've combined this kind of screen with our compact PR hardware. At the moment, we offer two configurations, each with up to 30 inputs and outputs channels on the board. You'll find 4 fast digital inputs that can be used for encoders with speeds up to 100 kilohertz. Of course, as we mentioned, it includes Ethernet, so you can connect directly to akYtec Cloud with no extra devices. It's ready to use right out of the box. Just connect it with the USB, open our ALP software and start programming. And you will see this today at our programming session, how easy it is to start with our devices. As with our other PR models, you can easily switch voltage and current input modes through the input-output configuration menu with just one click. The PR205 is a DIN rail controller, ideal for applications like ventilations, heating, and water supply systems, but in general, it's designed for universal automation tasks. It supports both RS-485 and Ethernet, as we mentioned. So if you have some older systems, you can introduce the PR205 in that system with the RS-485. And if you're creating a newer system, of course, you can use Ethernet interface. We mentioned that it can be expanded with our PRM input and output modules. So the system can grow up to 100 input and output points. It's reliable and safe for continuous operations, and you can easily create alerts, notifications through the akYtec Cloud service. The ALP software is provided free of charge, and it is easy to use even for newcomers. Again, you'll see all of this with our little demonstration later in the webinar. And of course, we provide technical support for our devices. So depending on the region, the support might come from our local partners in your specific region or directly from our German or Serbian teams. And if you're working in a region where we don't yet have local language support, you can still use our AI chatbot on the website. I really recommend the chatbot because it has all the knowledge from all of our manuals. So you can ask any kind of questions that is connected with our devices, and it will give you an answer which would probably be very good. Okay, we finish up with PR205. Let's move over to the PR225. This controller is similar in many ways to the PR205, but it is designed for panel mounting instead of DIN rail mounting. It has a little bit larger 3.5-inch display, which is protected by the IP54 rating on the front panel, and overall size of the device is 100 by 100 millimeters, which makes it easy to integrate into the control cabinets. It includes 22 inputs and outputs on the board, and just like the PR205, it has RS485 interface, as well as Ethernet interface. The PR225 is designed for automation of local equipment, standalone or embedded systems such as heating, water supply stations, pasteurizers, cutters, filling or packaging machines, etc. We need to mention that PR225 cannot use PRM extension models, so the system is expandable up to 70 points instead of 100 points like on the PR205. So overall, this device is easy to learn and quick to implement. You can create logic of any complexity. It's integrated well with other akYtec hardware and software and is a cost-effective solution for local automation tasks. So all the things that we mentioned before for the PR205 are true for the PR225 as well. Let's take a closer look now at the display features on these new devices. And this is where the PR205 and PR225 really shine. The new display is based on the IPS LCD technology, which means good viewing angles and bright colors. Also, it supports 65,000 colors, so your process visualization can look sharp and modern. And in the LP software, you'll find new screen editor that lets you design exactly how you want your display to look. You can combine text, numbers, graphs, animations, as we saw with the funny dancing animation before. We'll have the chance, of course, to showcase all of this on the demo. So I think it's best to start with this. I'll stop sharing the presentation. And let's switch the cameras on the device that I have here by my side. So we'll try to recreate this simple program and showcase you as much abilities of this little device as possible. Of course, we will not cover everything today because there are a lot of things and we don't have a lot of time, of course. So we'll go over some basic things like buttons, indicators. We have some progress bars here, of course, pictures, then graphs, and then switching from screen to screen. I'll start by sharing our ALP software. So, as I mentioned before, ALP software is free software that can be downloaded on our site, akYtec.de. So completely free and easy to use. Let me showcase you this. So when we open the ALP software, we are greeted with this screen. Here, if I want to connect the device, as you can see on my camera, I'm connected with the USB-C cable here on the side and directly to my laptop device. And akYtec ALP software on the bottom right showcases that it automatically discovered this device. So we can see here the name PR225 24.2.2. If the connection is not discovered automatically, we can select the COM port 7, so serial port 7, OK. Click here, so it searches and try to discover the device automatically. If that still does not work, we can create a new project here on the top left corner. So new project, and then we can select our device manually. Now, because my device is already discovered, it's automatically selected what type of device I have, but if not, I can scroll through the menu section here on the left and select my device. With the button create, I'm creating the project, and the big blue canvas is open in the main screen. This blue canvas represents the place where we do all the programming of our device. Here on the left, we have inputs that are directly on our device, and on the right, we have outputs that are also on our device. Okay, I think we can start with the simple task of clicking a button and having one indicator that will showcase the value of this button. This button will toggle the variable of the type Boolean. So if I want to create variables in akYtec ALP, I'll go here on the variable table, click on the variable button, and a new window pops up. On the variable name, I'll call the variable bool variable. Data type, of course, Boolean. Okay, and this variable is now showcased here on the left. Let's now access the display. So here on the left, we click on the Display Manager button, and then on the form number 1, double-click this, and the new window pops open. Here, the blue canvas represents our screen on our device. Here on the right, we have all the basic elements that we saw in the presentation before. So text, indicator, progress bars, etc. We can start with a quick text box. So I just drag the element on the canvas, double click, and I'll call it bool variable. Like this. And besides the text, I'll drop one indicator block. When I click on the indicator block, the new window on the bottom right is shown. I'll just drag this so you can see it better. So this is the property box of the specific button or the specific block that I selected. Here we can change all kinds of things. So for example, color, if the value is true, will be green, and the color, if the value is false, will be gray. Let's change this to be a red color, for example. And here on the section data and variable, I want to link my Boolean variable to this indicator. Let's click OK. So now our Boolean variable is linked to the indicator. I want to change this value with one button. So I'll scroll the elements and drag the button element on the screen. As well as the indicator, the property box is shown here on the bottom right. And I want to set up the action of this button. So I can set up the action by clicking the 3 dots here in the action, or by just double clicking on the button. So what do I need? For a short press of the button, I want to change the variable, Boolean variable, so it inverts the value, inverts the current value. So if the value was false, when I click the button, the value will be true, and vice versa. Okay, so I set up the action. And again, I want to link this variable to the button. I can also change the text on the button if the linked variable is true. Let's set this text to be, for example, on, and if the value is false, let's set it to off. Okay, let's try out this program now. The downloading of the project is done by clicking this button here, transfer application to the device. Okay, so this device is password protected. I put up this password, so I'll just enter the password. Of course, you can set up the password for your device, so you can protect it from other personnel. And I'll stop sharing the screen, and we will see our screen and our little program. So by clicking the button select, I'm selecting this button. It's not shown really greatly because the borders of the button are really thin, but it has one green circle around it, so showcasing that we are selecting this button. And if I click OK, the value changes. So the linked Boolean value changes, and of course the indicator turns green because the value now is true. If I again click the button, it goes to red. Okay, let's go back to our small project. What can we do next? Let's do the progress bar now. So again, I'm just dropping the progress bar here on the screen. And that will be it for the screen part. Now I'll go to the main program, so we can try to implement a variable that will go from 0 to 100, and the progress bar will show this value from 0 to 100 and then back to 0. This variable will be of the type integer, so let's do the int variable and select the data type, of course, integer. Okay. How we will do this? We'll have one blinking block that will turn the values from 0 to 1, and for every rising edge of this signal, we'll increment the value of the integer variable. As well as on the display screen, on the right, we have elements that we can use to program our devices. There are a lot of elements here. I'm not going to go all of them today. Of course, if you have any questions, you can ask us about this. You have user guides, you have some YouTube videos on our YouTube channel, and you can see all of these elements yourself. But for today, I need one generator element blink. I'll just click and drag this element. And then we need a counter of type universal counter. Because I know what these elements do, I know how to connect them here on the screen. But if you don't have this knowledge, you can click on the element and then click F1 button on your keyboard, and then the help window will pop up. I'll just minimize it so you can see it better. And here you can see the diagram of how this specific block behaves. Okay, so for activating blinking block, I'll need true value on the input I. So I'll drag one constant value here. So just click and drag and connect the wire. So now this value is connected to this block. Here I want value 1. So the blinking block will always work. Here on the bottom right, when I click on the blinking block, I have the properties of the blinking block, and I want the off duration to be 0.05 seconds, for example, and on duration as well 0.05 seconds. So For every 0.1 seconds, we'll have one increment. This value will be connected to the input U of the counter. And then this value from the counter, as we saw on the help block, will be on the Q output. And this value I want to write into our integer variable block. What I did here is just drag the integer variable from the left, click and drag, and then connected it directly to the wire here. So the red circle shows and the block is connected. Okay. One other thing that I need to implement is the reset when the value reaches 100. So I'll use where it is, mathematical operation, no, relationship operator, greater than. So when this value of the counter is greater than the constant value, which will be 100, I want to generate an impulse and then reset the counter back to 0. Okay, I think this is it for the programming part. We're going back to the display. And then I want to link this variable to our progress bar. Double click here. I'm not seeing any variable because our progress bar currently is expecting a data type real. So I'll select integer, and then if I double click here, I can see my integer variable. Okay, so I linked the variable successfully. And we will change the visibility of the value, so it's always shown on the progress bar, and as well set up the minimum and maximum value. Here we'll set up 100 and the minimum is 0. Okay, I think that will be all for this. And let's download the project again. So the project is being downloaded, as you can see. And as we can see, the progress bar shows the integer variable going from 0 to 100 and then back to 0. Okay, great. Let's share the project again. Now we will go over the graphs. So box again on the right. We go all the way back. We have a real-time chart here. Just click and drag on the screen. I'll minimize the graph a little bit. And I'll try to lower this section. Okay, like that. So we can see it a little bit better. So here we have a graph. If you remembered, the original graph or original project, we had a value that was going from 0 to 20 and then going back to 0. And it was like spiking. We'll create another variable of the integer type, int variable graph. For this, we'll also need a blinking block. So here, just now I selected the blocks that I want and did Control C and then Control V, so I just copied it faster. So we want for every, let's say, 2 seconds, so off duration would be 1 and on duration will be 1, to have value 20, and then for 2 seconds or 1 second value 0. We'll do this by clicking on the mathematic operation. We'll do the multiplication. So we want to multiply 0 or a 1 with some constant. So here the program is bugging because I'm trying to connect the Boolean variable to the integer Boolean output to the integer input here. So I need just one converter here from Boolean to the integer. And then we need a constant of 20 in this case. And we'll write this in the variable graph. Okay, double click on the graph. We see data types here. We want data type of integer for the variable integer variable graph. Double click or click here and OK. Line color, let's set it to be black so you all can see it a little bit better. And let's set it to a thickness of 4. OK. One other thing that we need to do, we need to set up the axis. So the epsilon axis here. We're doing this by clicking as well properties here on the bottom right, axis, 3 dots, and then epsilon axis minimum value we want, let's say -10, so we can see that lower value of 0, and then here let's say 30, so we have a good range. The variable is linked. Let's try and download the project. Okay, and here on the screen, we now can see the value going from 0 to 20 each 2 seconds. We successfully created this little graph. Okay, let's share again our program. If you remembered, we had one picture on the screen, and we had cycling through the menus. Let's do the picture first because I think it's much more easier. So here on the right, we're going down, down, down to the image block. Just drag and drop it, and then double click on it. I'll select my image akYtec logo. Open it, and here is our logo. I'll make it big so you can see it. Okay, that's too big. Let's put it here. I won't download the project now. Let's do the menus as well. So here we have the menu option, so we can cycle through the menus. We'll drag, of course, and drop it. Let's minimize it a little. Whoop. Make it be in the corner. Okay, like this. And of course, if I want to cycle through the menus, I need few screens, so not only one screen. Adding of the screen is done by clicking on the display manager here on the left, and then right click on the group, and I'm adding display form. So now I have form 2, and here I'll add form 3 as well. So double clicking here, I have a new screen to play with. On this screen, I'll just put a text saying this is form 2, like this, make it a little a little bit bigger. Let's increase the font, the maximum value. Oh, that may be too big. Okay, it fits. Great. And let's copy this, go to the form 3, paste, and let's just change the value to 3. Also, we need menus on these two forms as well, so we can go back to our screens. So copy and paste, and then copy and paste on the form 3. Let's set up the menu items here. So double click on the block. I want to select group 1, form 2. So going from the current form that we selected to the form 2, the display text will be form 2, and that's it. I want to add a new line. So going from the current form to the form 3, I want to display text form 3. Okay, so now here I have form 2 and form 3 displayed, and I can select them. I'll showcase you that when we download the project. As well, let's go to the form 2. Here I want to go back to the form 1 and then, or to be able to go back to the form 1 and form 3. And on the form 3, of course, going back to the form 1 and the form 2. Okay. Let's download the project now. Okay. Let's stop sharing. And now we can see the picture that we added earlier here. Pretty nice resolution, I would say. The camera or the Zoom meeting is lowering the quality, but in real life it looks really great. So if I select, now I'm selecting this button and then select again, we can see that we are selecting now form 2 and form 3. So by going up and down here with buttons with arrow up and down, I can cycle through these values. And then if I want to go to the form 3, for example, let's click OK. And we're jumping to the screen. This is form 3. Again, I can select and we can go back to the form 1. Or of course, go to the form 2. Did we go to the form 2? I don't remember. It doesn't matter. So you can cycle from screens very easily. Okay, I think that was all for our project. As I said earlier, there are much more buttons here that you can play with. All types of circles, polygons, lines, so you can explore them yourself. And of course, the LP program here with many things to do and create. Again, I say you best visit our YouTube channel and our user guides so you can see all of this. If you don't have the device with your, if you didn't buy the device and want to try the LP software, the LP software supports the simulation. So you can click the simulation button here and then simulate the device on the laptop or in the program. So you don't need the physical connection or the physical device to play around with the ALP software. Of course, it's better to have the device, but this is also a possibility. Okay, I'll stop sharing the program and let's go back to the presentation. And okay, So let's summarize this meeting today. We first introduced the PR line, which is our compact, affordable alternative to the PLCs, focused on the small and medium automation tasks. The new PR205 and PR225 bring modern design, Ethernet connectivity, and bright IPS color displays. The PR205 is DIN rail mounted with 30 inputs and outputs and 100 kilohertz encoder inputs, and the PR225 is panel mounted with 22 inputs and outputs and a larger 3.5 inch screen. Both devices are perfect for HVAC, water systems, small industrial equipment, and OEM integration. As you saw with our little programming session, it's very easy to program our devices. So you don't need to have some extensive knowledge. So yeah, visit our YouTube channels. I again say this is the best way to see in person and by yourself how to program the devices. And I encourage you to just download the LP and try it yourself. Before we end, I want to say something more about our firm akYtec. We have over 10 years of experience in R&D and manufacturing. Our devices come with up to 2-year warranty and are all produced using top brand electronic components. Every product undergoes multi-level testing, which consists of performance, climate, EMC, vibration, etc. And thanks to our own manufacturing, we can offer competitive prices without compromising on quality. We also encourage smooth adaptation of our products into customer systems. We provide training, trial periods, and software development assistance, along with the detailed manuals and dedicated support line. Our engineers speak English, German, Serbian, Spanish, Turkish, Polish, and many other languages, if you include AI chatbot, all languages, which makes cooperation with international partners easy and efficient. To conclude, we're always open for new partnership. And if you're looking for a reliable manufacturer of automation equipment with European quality and direct technical support, akYtec would be glad to collaborate. You can reach us anytime at info@akYtec.de or visit our website akYtec.de. So that would be everything I wanted to share with you today. I hope this presentation helped you better understand our PR205 and PR225 controllers, and that it gave you a confidence to try them out yourself. So thank you very much for your attention and that you joined our webinar from all around the world today. Thank you again. I'll close this meeting now and see you sometime soon. Bye.